Alright, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be continuing talking about what's going on in the war in Israel-Palestine, and as well as the summit that was held with the Arab nations and Muslim nations in Riyadh. Oh, yeah, in Riyadh. So I'll just jump straight into it. So Uh, the situation on the ground, uh, actually, I'm gonna open the interactive map. So again, this is the live UA map. It is a more pro-West website, and the reason I'm using it is because, firstly, it shows very obviously well the current situation that's going on. In this case, in Gaza, but it's also good because it's an actual interactive map, and I can move it around and zoom in, and we can see the notifications. And if we zoom in specifically here, we can see that uh, Gaza is almost now, well, the northern part of Gaza is now almost completely cut off from the ocean, as well as entirely cut off from the southern part of the strip. Um, and it's interesting that the main fighting is uh, centralized, I guess you could say, in two areas. First one being in this small little square right here. This is the Al-Shifa hospital. Uh, and the bigger area that the Israelis still have to capture is the Ash-Shati refugee camp. It's important to note that these aren't the only two maps that show the current situation as it is shown on this map. There are many people who agree that the main fighting currently is happening in these two areas. So I would just like to say that the whole situation in the Al-Shifa hospital is a the best way I could put it is it is a pretty big disaster for Israel and just a horrible situation in all. Because firstly, you can't really give a good explanation for why you would attack a hospital and have a big battle happen at a hospital. According to the Israelis, there is a big Hamas bunker where their main headquarters basically is underneath this hospital. Now, I wouldn't really take that. The best way I could put it is I wouldn't really not expect that from Hamas. Although you have to agree that these people, Hamas, are very intelligent. You can't say that they're stupid, okay? And even I understand that it is a very stupid idea to even have a big main headquarters um, for your whole operation. It would be smart to just do everything in the underground tunnels that they've already dug, make small little branches in the underground tunnels where you would have meetings, and then you'd go somewhere else and have a meeting somewhere else, and you wouldn't put it under a big institution like a hospital. Uh, this is really dumb. You even if it's not expected that a country would attack a hospital, they would still think of it as they have as a major target. And the battle is going on there. Many of the doctors in the hospital have been told to leave and take the patients with them. Well, the Israelis have told them that, but it's a hospital, and there are obviously going to be many patients that you cannot take out of a hospital because they are in critical condition or they're connected to machinery or they're just in a state where they cannot be moved. And the obviously the doctors understand this and they don't want to leave the patients to the hands of the Israelis because they've seen what the Israelis do to people with the many videos um, and also history between the two people. Uh, so in all, this is just a very horrible situation. It is illegal to conduct a operation like this at a hospital. There should be and there is a big response to this whole situation, which will put Israel in a worse spot politically, as well as you could say morally. So if it turns out that there is a massive headquarters under the hospital, in my opinion, that wouldn't really change much in people's eyes. It would possibly sway more Israelis to the side of Israel, but if there isn't, then it would make more Israelis a bit worried that their country would do something like this. And in all, speaking of the way the Israelis conduct themselves in the areas, um, as I discussed in the last video, the type of operation that the Israelis are deciding to partake in is to bomb any building, house that is a hindrance to them. And it's important to understand that the Israelis are marching forward not by marching, but by being in armored vehicles, which have the capabilities to just destroy a building. So they do that and they continue moving forward, which is the main reason they've been able to move so fast through such dense urban areas. So as you can see, they have been continuously bombing homes and buildings to be able to advance. And this shows that the Israelis are planning to decimate this city and surrounding areas to the ground, obviously expecting all of the Palestinians in the north to go further south. And if they decide, which they most definitely will, to continue their operation towards the south, they will continue pushing the Palestinians closer and closer to Sinai and not allowing them to live in Gaza, which is obviously ultimately the plan, since Israel sees the conflict between Israel and Palestine. Uh, they see the logical conclusion for them to be a one state solution, where it is Israel That is obviously the end goal, and they will and have been trying to get to that conclusion. Um, Now, let's talk about the summit that was held with all of the Muslim nations in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So, it's very important that the that there were many that every Muslim nation's leader went there, which includes Syria as well as Iran. Iran, not that it's interesting, is more so just the first time after the end of hostilities that was brokered between the two. Raisi went to the summit, as well as Assad of Syria, who now we can say, even after joining the Arab League, that he is officially a respected individual in the Muslim world. He's been invited back with by the people who vowed to get rid of him and possibly kill him. And many statements from all of the members. But if we would like a entire just summary of what was said, it was said that the war in uh, Palestine is a genocidal war. It was said that there should be an entire ceasefire. There should be an end to the war. They should be allowed international corporations such as the Red Cross and other um, UN branches to enter the region so they can do their humanitarian jobs. And this really shows how close the Muslim nations are, and how easily, well, you can't really call this easily, but let's call it easily, come together for a single cause, which in this case is Israel. So that's the video. Pretty short, just a more summary of what happened this week. Expect more this week, hopefully. Um, I hope I'll be able to post another video this week. If not, then I don't know, cry about it. So that was the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to condemn war crimes no matter who does it, what they are, and where they are. Thanks. Bye bye.